So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So what we have here today is the all-new 2023 Nissan Kicks e-Power. I'll be focusing here on the VE variant since everyone got their hands already on the top of the line VL variant. So let's focus on this and I'll tell you the key differences between both variants. Well, immediately you can tell the difference between the VL and the VE. There are no fog lamps over here. But for the looks, first impressions on the Kicks, I mean, it does look really good. Compared to, like, just being honest, the X-Trail, I wasn't a fan of the design anyways. So, being the newest subcompact crossover here now in our market, and being the first ever, like, full hybrid slash EV model, yeah, I do see the market for this already. And this could be a great alternative to, like, the Geely Coolray, Changan CS35, Honda HR-V. Name it all. Very tempted right now since gas prices are still high. This could be a very, very good alternative to those vehicles. Despite being the middle variant, you still have LED lights all around and LED repeaters as well. Unlike the VL, top of the line version, there is no camera below here in the side mirrors. And ground clearance here is pretty decent. It's your typical crossover. It's 180 millimeters. And as well, there are three variants of this all-new Nissan Kicks. Of course, I said the VL, VE, and the EL, which I'll try to get my hands on soon. And like every other Nissan, they are crazy with their safety. You have the V-Motion grille here, and the badge here looks pretty decent. It's just like reflection only. This actually houses your Nissan Intelligent Mobility Suite. And yes, the V-Motion grille, there's chrome here, gloss black here and there. It's alright. I'm getting used to it since this is the trend of most crossovers nowadays. And I did notice something just now. The headlight casing is quite massive. I mean, it stretches all the way here. So side profile of the Nissan Kicks, yeah, it's your typical crossover. I mean, the styling cues is alright for what it is. And to tell the differences between the VL and the VE model, there's cladding here but the absence of the silver trim here on the cladding. I do like the blacked out part here instead of the additional silver trim of the VL. And unlike the VL model, this VE has a floating roof design. This part is only blacked out. Unlike the VL, everything is blacked out, even on the roof. This one is body colored. At least it still kept the satin silver roof rails here. And also what's nice with these Nissan Kicks, now you have updated badges on the wheels and as well here in the rear. I love that addition of the updated badge here. So here at the rear of the Nissan Kicks, one bummer only for the Nissan Kicks, just being honest. Yes, you have LED brake lights here, but this one's just a reflector. I wish this was an LED light bar, but maybe the aftermarket can do something about it. So as well, going back to the badge, it's also gloss black here. You have the Kicks badge here, e-Power badge here. So also there's a black part here. I thought it was only for a design cue, but no, it actually houses for your parking sensors. There are 4 by the way. And as well, you have a little pimple here that's actually your reverse camera. And as well, being the VE variant, you don't have the Nissan Intelligent Mobility all-around view monitor. So that's like your 360-degree camera. But at least the VE has a reverse camera still. And as well, the skid plate here, it's also body colored. Same with the VL. So open this boot up. Sadly, it's not electronic tailgate, but it's fine. So this is probably as well one of the most spacious in its class. Boot space here is 470 liters. And surprise, yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff here. The load lip is not that high and it sits quite low. So there's actually a gap here within the bumper and the load lip. So similar to a Peugeot 288, but it's not as far out, unlike that crossover. And underneath, you have battery there. It also says Renault Nissan there. There's no spare tire here. I can't find it if there is. And you have 2 grocery hooks on each side and a light here only on the right side. And your tonneau cover as well is thick. And then with all the seats down, you have 835 liters of space. So on par with the competition. So that's about it here in the exterior and the boot of the all-new Nissan Kicks. I'll show you the interior. There are a lot of differences as well between the VE and the VL. So this is the interior of the Nissan Kicks VE variant. Wait. My water jug's in the way. You see, let's do that again. Pretty standard for a Nissan. They sound all the same, all the new Nissans, the door studs. So here in the interior, yeah, there are a lot of differences between this VE and the VL. On the left side, your air conditioning for this VE is just matte black. For the VL, it's gloss black. And this part, as you can see here, for your elbow, it is fabric compared to the leather of the VL. And as well, you get leather seats in the VL variant. This one has fabric seats. And as well, the VL's leather seats are zero gravity. I wish they made a zero gravity have the fabric seats. But for once, I dig the look of these fabric seats because there's like a honeycomb, electric honeycomb design here, so indicating your green for the environment. As well, steering wheel, yeah, your usual controls here. Yes, you have a leather wrapped steering wheel still for the VE variant. So I tested out the VL as well. I did notice the leather of this is pretty hard for a steering wheel, but it's still nice to the touch. I gotta say, even the stitching is good quality here and there. So on the left side, there's a cubby space here, and then you have adjustments for the brightness of the digit, the display, tonic stability control button. Also, like the VL variant, there's one blank space here, so I don't know what that space was for in the first place. And then you have two bottle holders and cubby spaces on either side. My water jug fits perfectly. It stands up still. The cup holders in the middle, yeah, it's great, but there's no divider, so it will just literally flip over. There is a divider, it's just really small. It will still kind of fall down. That's something to take note as well. Dashboard here and there, despite the VE variant, this still has the leather part in between. Sadly, it's not red like in the Terra. And then you have a 7-inch multi-information display on the left side. And weirdly enough, your speedometer is still analog. That's similar to the Almera here. Also, I reviewed an Almera here, the VE and the VLN Sport here. So, link of that will be in the description down below. So, typical Nissan here, you have an 8-inch infotainment system here that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then below that, you have a single zone climate control. Even further down below, you have one USB-C port, one USB port, a 12-volt socket, and then you have a wireless charging pad. And I find this really weird. The electronic parking brake and auto hold function is right there. I mean, it's quite a reach. I wish it's just beside here, the cup holders. Just a small nitpick of mine. And as well, I did notice something immediately here in the cabin. Unlike the Leaf, the cabin for your the footwells here and there, it's so much better than the Leaf. Just being honest, the Leaf felt a little bit cramped when you sit in it. Same with the rear as well. I sat in this already. There's so much space. So for what this is for a hybrid electric vehicle, there's so much space compared to the Leaf, just being honest. Also, surprisingly, the center console box is also leather. It's really small, but you can fit coins there, and as you can see, my phone just fits in there. Lights above here, and then visors. There's a mirror, but no lights, sadly. And that ticket holder here as well is quite tall. They don't extend, sadly. Anyways, and then glove box. Okay, that's probably one of the biggest I've seen in a crossover. And as well, being the VE variant, you only get 4 speakers here, unlike the VL top of the line variant, which you get 6 speakers all around. For obvious reasons, I won't be able to demo the tech, the camera, so on and so forth, but that will come hopefully when Nissan Show has a test drive of this. Also, I'd like to thank Nissan Show Mandaluyong, Miss Ash, and Miss Cha for allowing to walk around review this all-new Nissan Kicks. So their contact details will be in the description down below. So continuing here in the center console, everything's gloss black here. I mean, where your gear lever is and surrounding the cup holders. I do like this gear lever. It really looks really fancy. It does not look like the flimsy thingy of the Nissan Leaf, just being honest again. And as well, you have a start-stop button here, your EV mode, and then drive mode. So I'll test that out all soon, as I said. I don't usually do this in my reviews, but oh, despite being a VE variant, you have telescopic steering. So that's about it here with the Nissan Kicks. At the front, I'll show you the rear seats. So these are the rear seats of the all-new Nissan Kicks. Okay, not bad sounding torted. We'll get this out of the way. Yeah, it's your typical Nissan. Sounds similar to a Nissan Navara this time. So as well here, the rear, you have only bottle holders on each side of the door, but surprisingly, my water jug still fits in there. And then space here in the back for a hybrid electric vehicle. Feet room, knee room, and the headroom is excellent. At least the floor is not elevated so much like in the Leaf that it feels cramped for your feet. This one is perfect. It's like your every other crossover. And then sitting here in the middle, yes, the transmission tunnel is quite tall. I mean, you can put your feet up, but your knees are already up here. I mean, you can see my knee already. But I mean, sitting here in the middle, still comfortable. Yes, with these fabric seats. My headroom didn't get eaten that much, surprisingly. And then as well, no air conditioning vents, but you have at least 2 USB ports. And then you have as well 2 map pockets on each side. And then sadly, there is no central armrest here. The seats here, you have that electric honeycomb design here, and you have 2 isofix anchor points on each side. And as well for the elbow, like the VL, this one is fabric, but for the VL, it's leather. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it here in the rear of the Nissan Kicks. So powering this thing is where it gets really more interesting. So I'll show you the generator slash electric motor. So this is the thing that powers the all-new Nissan Kick. So first we have an electric motor. Here it's a 100 kilowatt battery that produces 134 horsepower and 280 newton meters of torque. If you have range anxiety, no, this is where the engine slash generator comes in. So this one is a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine that produces 78 horsepower and 103 newton meters of torque. So the engine's sole purpose is to charge the battery that then sends power to the front wheels. If you run out of battery, this will kick in and charge it. And then if you run out of fuel, you can just simply fuel up. Drivetrain of the Nissan Kicks is leaning more towards the EV side rather than a full hybrid electric vehicle. So if you're wondering, this layout is very, very similar to that of the BMW i3, where that also had a generator that charges the electric motor, and the electric motor powers the front wheels. So as well, being the VE variant, this costs 1,309,000 pesos compared to the 1,509,000 pesos. Few differences here and there, just few features missing, like the Nissan Intelligent around view monitor and some LED fog lamps, as you can see. But I do highly recommend both variants since they're hybrid slash electric vehicles already. So this is as far as I go. I'd like to thank Miss Ash and Miss Cha and Nissan Show Mandolin for allowing me to walk around review this all new Nissan Kicks. So hopefully there will be a test drive unit soon. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews. Bye bye.